Good morning. Welcome to Morning Outlook on Thursday, the 23rd of March. This is Kim speaking. Okay, looking at the euro dollar first. Well, yesterday it's put a bit of an uncertain candle in there with the almost pitching up to the prior highs there. So really seeing whether this just continues to consolidate. There was a sort of almost semi-divergence running on the euro yesterday. It sold off for a short while, but made a sort of recovery, but has really just chopped at the moment. From where we're sitting at the moment, well, I've got a couple of options here as ever, but any sort of break below this sort of trend line that's running across the lows here would be looking back towards the yesterday's lows, 100 MA, maybe S1. To the upside, well, there's a similar trend line coming from these highs here, and it may be that it wants to try and get up there at some point today and attack those prior highs and break out this time, but we'll see. There's certainly, obviously, there was a lot of supply at those upper levels there. Managed to pierce it on that occasion, so perhaps if we do see something, we may even see those highs taken out, the R1 taken out, and maybe a push higher. Okay, the pound. Bit of turbulence yesterday. We finally got down to our intraday target yesterday at one point, but then it's rallied from the, or what was the alley 50, I believe. But at the moment it's pushed into a new high, but it's really just given a double divergence running across the highs here. It's struggling at the moment for sure. It has got untouched. Oh no, the daily pivot's been touched, so that's fine. It's touched its R1. Makes it a difficult one this morning for me, really. But maybe if it starts breaking through the 50 MA, I'd be looking at the shorter side, but there's always a risk it'll take another bounce as it did yesterday. But for now, I'm cautious of the pound, to put it mildly. Okay, dollar yen. Well, that is continuing its strengthening process for the yen, that is, sorry. And we're seeing further movement to the downside here at the moment. From where it sits here, difficult one, may well get down to yesterday's lows, the S1 sort of area. I favour the weaker side. Any change, there is a trend line across the high here. If that trend line's broken, maybe it'll pull back towards the 50 again, and maybe the R1. But to me, I'd prefer to be on the short side of the dollar yen. Aussie dollar. Weird price action yesterday. Really carried on selling off. Finally had a bounce later, but it does look like it's willing to roll almost. Certainly put in a proper divergence going across the highs there as well. It's looking at the moment like there's potential to roll through this 200 or get back towards that 200 and maybe roll through it. Short term lower highs, sort of this inverted, sorry, not even inverted, proper head and shouldery type pattern that sits there. Just that sort of pattern to me looks like it's got further weakness potential. Now finally, Canadian dollar. You know what I'm going to do first, actually. Let's just a quick look at the oil price. Okay. So oil remains weak, but has the divergence at the lows there yesterday. Let's get a feel for the Canadian dollar. So consolidating around where it is at the moment. It's sort of expanding wedge type pattern on the 4 hour. It's difficult to really see where this is going at the moment, apart from it's consolidating. Intraday, it had some half decent moves yesterday from the moves that you see there, and does still have potential this morning to push back up towards its daily pivot. Just be interesting to see how it reacts to 60.21s first. Overall, bit of a mixed bag this morning. Cable I'm not really liking too much, haven't seen what it's done there. I'll probably be watching for this euro move to see if we break to the downside earlier this morning, see how well if it runs to that downside, I'll look for that. Any break of that upper trend line though, that will see me trying to hold on to a position maybe a bit longer through those prior highs. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.